But for
Va salute, this is Troy Pacelli of Last Call, and I'm just here to let you know that the following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and oh, who the are we kidding? We have no idea what is going to come out of Gorilla's mouth. Viewer discretion is advised.
Friday night, 8 p.m. sharp. If you're sensitive, log off. Gorilla got a mic and zero hesitation. No filter, no breaks, no HR consultation. You never know what's about to fly. One wild sentence and the sponsors cry. It'll roast your fit, your job you take. Turn one small slip to a full-on quake. We say, maybe chill. He says, nah, now the group chat's yelling, delete that, bro. It's reckless, loud, unplanned delight. We clock in chaos every Friday night. We're bruised but alive at 8 p.m. live. Dirty jokes flying soon as we arrive. If you're soft, don't subscribe. This ain't PG vibe. We just talk our mess and let the truth collide. Bruised but alive on a neon light. Walton's reviews every Friday night. Germ in the back with a cynical tone. Half his humor sound, emotionally stoned. He don't yell, he just aims and fires. One dry comment cuts through the wires. He'll breathe in deep like it's tired of life. Drop one line sharper than a butter knife. A low energy, maximum damage. They'll make you question choices you ever failed. PvP sliding smooth with a grin. Little side jab, then it vanish again. He ain't loud, but the timing precise. Quick one-liner, now you're thinking twice. Leans to the mic like I shouldn't say. Says it anyway, now HR on delay. Subtle assassin with the casual heat. Sneak disking from a swivel seat. Yeah, it's wild, inappropriate vibe. Crossing lines, but we're still on the same side. Bruised from the weak, but we here to revive. Laugh through the chaos just to survive. We're bruised but alive at 8 p.m. live. No script, no filter, just Friday night drive. 3 loose cannons and a mic on fire. Talking that talk till we all retire. Bruised but alive, that's the headline. Walton's reviews every Friday night.
And hello, everyone, and welcome to another Waltons review. Where tonight we are reviewing the season 6, episode 1, The Hawk. With me, I got Resolute Germ. How are you doing?
Not too bad. How you doing, Gorilla?
Doing good in PvP.
I'm doing okay, Gorilla. By the way, what the fuck is the Waltons review? It's been a long time, man. Been a long time coming.
Well, maybe keep on top of things here.
It's been what? Has it been 3 weeks or 4 weeks? I've lost track, guys. It's been a while.
Yeah. But anyhow, welcome, Sci-Fi Sit Dan. Welcome. Welcome, FKHC 2005. He says, hail. Well, what size hail are you throwing at Tim? He goes, incoming joke. Will it be dirty one? Let's find out. Tim, if you have to ask, we already know. In this week's episode of the Waltons, Grandpa Walton thinks Moon River while being romanced by a horse. And I'm guessing the way he censored himself there a little bit there, YouTube censored him.
I tell you.
Hey,
wow.
Hey, Scurvy.
That would hurt.
Yeah. And hey, Kevin, how's it going?
Hey, Kevin.
I still stand behind that this episode called The Hawk because of the war bring on, and with the new Rever swooping in on Erin like it's a hawk there. But anyhow, we're going to start with our prologue.
Okay.
Early in September of 1939, shortly after Hitler invaded Poland, England delivers an ultimatum to Germany to withdraw her troops. And while war clouds were building over Europe, our family was to face a disturbing conflict over the arrival of a new and controversial figure in our community. All right. First, I got a question here. They always call Germany the fatherland, so why are they saying her troops?
You're probably the only person to ever think of that question, Gorilla.
Yeah, you got me.
But do I not have a point? It's like we've got some transgender stuff here. Here, it's called the fatherland, but yet we're supposed to refer to it as a she. Talk about some woke bullshit right there.
So instead of her troops, we should call it him troops.
His troops.
I kind of think that's a pretty minor quibble in spite of what we know about what happened back then.
Yeah, I'm just being an asshole. So.
Oh, okay. You're just being your normal, usual self, like you are every week. Okay, got it, Gorilla. Thank you.
Hey, I may be an asshole, but I'm a lovable asshole.
Okay, I don't even want to touch that comment.
Go from you called me babe. Well, Kevin goes, that's pretty good, girl.
That was not me. That was my evil twin with a beard. Okay, just
hey,
that's
no, you're supposed to go. That wasn't me. That was jerk me.
That was alternate reality. That was alternate reality. Me.
That was alcohol talking, huh?
Probably.
Alrighty, so we get in here. I thought that's why. Well, I better turn on closed captions.
Would you say this is one of the better Erin episodes so far?
Oh yeah, because I didn't want to smack the shit out of her.
Well, she finally got to grow as a character too, right? So
yeah, so she goes. Yeah, she's asking, does this make me look more older, more? They cut this scene out of the episode, by the way, older and more sophisticated. And she goes, you must really like him there. And she kind of like, we've always told each other. Here's the thing. She says, we've always been honest with each other. No. What it is they've only told each other what they want to tell each other. Or what they claim they're honest with each other, but I'm pretty sure Mama there hasn't told Erin everything, and I'm pretty sure Erin hasn't told her Mama everything.
Well, I bet Mama's never told Erin about that special sock under the bed.
Yeah, because you know how much shit my parents found out now. Found out since I moved out, and you know how much crap I found out.
Lots of crap.
Yeah, that's your own fault, Gorilla, because you were dumb enough to ask the question.
Yeah, no, I didn't ask the question. Drunk me asked the question.
I got a question. When you were young, did you ever get up in the middle of the night to go take a leak in the bathroom, and you heard your parents doing it in the next room?
Yeah.
Not something you want to hear. Believe me, that's not something you want to hear.
I'll take your here and raise you a C.
Well, I kind of glanced and I saw. Well, thank God they had the bed sheets over them, but I knew pretty much quickly what activity they were engaging in. Should I say it politely?
Fuck! I'll show you a scene. I'll show you a scene from F is for Family that'll scar you.
Oh God, that scarred me enough. Thank you, but yeah.
Did either of you even have locked doors?
My parents had a door, but they I guess they were so horny they forgot to fucking close it that night. So what can I do? I mean, if they don't lock I don't think they had a lock back then. Not a lot of houses had inner door locks on, but they could at least close the damn door. Like Jesus, parents. Oh well, too late now. Way too late now. Decades too late now.
Yeah. What's a door lock that you speak of?
No, back then in the 60s and 70s, generally inner doors did not have locks. Just the way it was, I guess back then people would knock and respect your privacy before they opened the door, but now you got to put a lock on everything, I guess.
At the very least, the parents should have beaten the "Don't open this door" policy into you.
No, they should have just had a sign put it close to the door. Do not open the door because we're fucking, okay? Like that would get the message across quite nicely.
Obviously, PvP didn't notice the tie hanging on the door handle.
I didn't look at the door handle. I just saw what they were doing, and I was like, okay, I don't need to see any more of that.
Yeah, but anyhow, back to the episode.
Back to the actual episode.
Yeah. So anyhow, Mary Ellen comes over. They're wearing a pregnancy suit, and not what's her face. Judy Norton was not pregnant in this episode, so that wasn't. They didn't make her pregnant. They're just cover up, because that's how they covered up what's her name that played Kira Nerys there. That's how they covered up her pregnancy, was just transferring the baby from Keiko into her.
Hey, Dad.
Oh God.
Just a sec.
Well, in their defense, they weren't planning to have her on the show pregnant. That was a line they put in because at the time they didn't think they were coming back.
Yeah, she wasn't in the show much anyway at this point. I don't remember her being in too many episodes.
Yeah. But I guess they weren't able to convince her to get knocked up for the sake of the show.
Yeah.
PvP, you want to read this one?
So PvP walking his parents too many times that he is so fucked up, and I didn't walk in on them. I walked by the door and I only saw them once. So once is not too many times, okay? Dan.
Yes, it is. There's
once and then there's many times, and once is not the same thing as many times, okay? But hey, I mean that it's Dan. It's a Dan comment. What can I say?
If it happens at all, the only proper response to that is you get your ass beat and you never do it again. You never even remember it happened.
They never knew that they never even knew that I saw them.
All right, but anyhow, so
yeah, back to the episode. Jesus, man.
Yeah, so they're talking. So they're getting actually a shortwave radio transmission from Chamberlain, and how the fuck, with the charisma of this guy, how the fuck did he ever get elected?
Just received word that our shortwave crews are ready. And we will switch to England for Neville Chamberlain's address to the world.
Jason,
come in.
Pull up a chair for your sister.
Now, notice that they're all going to be fighting here. They're going to fight over the chair and stuff. But I wanted to pay particular attention. Watch the faces there, especially of Grandpa and John. There,
you want
a comfortable one.
You wanted to ask how Chamberlain got elected. Look what we got up here as our current leader.
Yeah, but he's more charismatic than this asshole is.
Oh, God, no, he's not charismatic. Believe me. If you have to listen to his bullshit every week, he is not charismatic.
Compared to Chamberlain, he's freaking...
Don't go there.
Rock star.
Don't go. No, he's not a fucking rock star.
Chamberlain had no personality. Was one of the meekest human beings ever to live.
You know, one of the countries where the ISIS leaders are pouring in for refuge from around Canada, because our libtards love terrorism.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they don't have charisma compared to the cardboard cutout that was
He's
Chamberlain.
got no fucking charisma. If you lived here for the last year, you'd realize this guy has zero charisma. Anyway, once again, back to the episode.
Alrighty, so
Pizza. There you go. Armchair built for two.
I like this treatment. I think I'm going to get pregnant once a year.
You better check with your doctor first.
in other words, he's saying no fucking way. But but anyhow, did she just announce like last season, like last episode, that she was pregnant and now she looks like she's 6 months pregnant?
Traditionally, in these shows between seasons, there's a 3 to 6 months jump.
There was a long break back then between seasons. Because what was it? It was usually April when a show would wrap up broadcast, and then it wouldn't be back till like what, August or September.
Okay, so but anyhow,
Now hear a statement by the Prime Minister.
I am speaking to you from the cabinet room at 10 Downing Street. This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government the final note stating that unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock, that they were prepared at once to withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war would exist between us. I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently...
Yeah, look at Grandpa's face here. And did you notice how John's just sitting there tapping his things like,
no, they
start all over again.
They've seen this parade before in the First War, so...
Yeah, and just look how boring this guy sounds. Like, how the fuck did he ever get elected even into Parliament?
He was about as opposite of Churchill as they can find, and they are scared to death of Churchill.
Mm. Well, Churchill's the one responsible for Gallipoli.
Churchill did lead the Brits through World War II, though.
Yeah.
At war with Germany.
Yeah, look at John here.
John's like, oh, fuck, I've done this shit before. They're probably also thinking about John's brother that never came home, I would think, right?
Well, at least Livy, John lost a brother. How many of her sons aren't coming back?
Well, I think John losing his brother and Paul losing a son. I'm pretty sure they're dwelling on that fact as well. They realize that shit's going to hit the fan. Let's put it that way. Anyway, nice pause there, girl.
You gonna say something, girl?
Girl, oh god, he's muted him. Oh fuck. The cat's got to be.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Well, so anyhow, Olivia's just praying that they could end this soon here. I know one surefire way that they could have ended this war very, very fast. Both sides just need to just start nuking every city they can find. Just wipe out all the cities. Just wipe out the populations altogether.
Olivia's flipped into denial mode here. And she thinks it'll just be over, like a lot of people said it'd be. Oh, it'll be over in like 6 weeks. Yeah.
No, she's hoping that she's hoping that it ends soon, but she has a feeling it's gonna drag on.
Not too many wars end quickly.
I don't know. We had a 12-day war. Our war with Venezuela ended in 37 minutes.
That's more of an incursion than an actual war, though, is it not?
No, that was a more of a collective
smash and grab.
Was that more of a tactical offense than a war? I would say.
Well, it's more like a special operation.
Well, yeah, special ops. Yeah. But
Yeah,
I mean, when I think of war, I think of two sides that are going to be going against each other for at least a few months.
Oh, yeah. We're playing capture the leader. We won.
You certainly did. Thank goodness. And the Democrats still couldn't give respect during the State of the Nation, could they? Those bastards. Anyway,
so
back in the 30s.
All right, so she's gonna go over the boat right there to pick up the new minister. There, and they're wondering what does he want? He has already gotten, because if you look at, because if you think he's already taken the Rhineland, he's already taken Austria, he's taken the Sudetenland, and then went after Czechoslovakia, and they said that there's a port right here. I think it was considered East Prussia. That's still part of Germany, right? East Prussia.
I think at one time it was, yes.
No, but I think that's what's still technically Germany's. But Poland cut them off. So if Germany wanted to go to their port, they had to pay Poland to go a fee to go to their East Prussia.
They lost it in the First War.
Oh, they lost all this in the East War, in the First War.
Everything that they had that they lost, that they took back, was because of the First War.
Oh. Okay.
Because initially it was, we'll retake what we lost, and then when he saw that was so easy, old mustache man decided, why don't I just keep going?
See, there's a plan for all this. You know, they're going to take Poland because this is all flatland here, so you'd have direct access to there. They think the reason they wanted Poland was for this port. Well, that's part of the reason. But also, this is all flatland, easy to roll tanks across to Russia. And you see this dark line right here? This is what's called the Maginot Line. That's very heavily fortified because that's where France thought Germany was going to come through. Who the hell would ever go through a biome like a fucking forest or nothing? Nobody would ever do that. But no, he goes up, takes. I don't think he took Sweden though, but he took Denmark, then took Belgium, then came through the Ardennes down to France. There, I don't know how the hell Switzerland never got invaded.
They stayed neutral.
They were everyone's tanker, and it's very
but they stayed neutral. They stayed neutral.
Hey, Denmark and Belgium were neutral also, and so is the Netherlands, but he still took them.
They had resources.
Switzerland is still in effect one of the world banks.
That's the primary reason. They also have very good geography on their side, and for a minimum amount of firearms, they are very easily armed.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they shot down both. They shot down any plane that went over this. Yeah. Hey, I got this boy trained. I'll tell you what. He wanted one of the chocolate bars out of the thing, and the first thing he did was came and brought me one. I got this boy trained.
Good going, kid. You'll have him diabetic inside of a year.
There you go.
Here. Hey,
Hey, kid,
Jerm wants to tell you something. Hey, all right, Jerm. Hey, no. All right, Jerm. Repeat what you said.
Keep up the good work, kid. You'll have him diabetic inside of the year.
All I heard was good work, kid.
Yeah, because you'll have me diabetic within a year.
Oh.
And then a year after that, when the diabetes gets really bad, Gorilla will croak, Jethro will finish off the remains, and the kid will inherit everything. There you go.
Oh shoot! Hey there,
Now he's
DJ.
gonna
How's
start
it going?
feeding them cellularly.
No. Well, welcome, DJ Play Nice. He goes, stop by and say hi and leave a thumbs up. Have fun. Thank you. Yeah, now's a good time to share out the show, send it to your friend, post a bump on your YouTube channel in the community tab. Thank you. Make sure the subscription is active and your alert bell is all set. PvP, you want to read this one?
PvP is in flashbacks that he may have been drafted again and tried. I was never drafted. What the fuck are you talking about? We never had a draft in my lifetime here. Fuck. Dan.
You got to remember he is Canadian, Dan. They didn't really need a draft at that point. The testosterone level was so low across the board, there wasn't really a point.
Yeah, Dan, you need to do your historical research.
Yeah. Let's see. All y'all be safe, have fun, take care of your crew, and rock. Later on.
Bye.
All right. So, anyhow, they're here. They got the what you call the free roaming chickens. But then so here's a squawk. I gotta say I do like the, but I think they reused the same footage over and over again, or some of it was stock and some of it was filmed on the scene because they did see a hawk when they were filming, so I think some of it was filmed on scene.
Oh yeah, they had a hawk.
Yeah, a lot of it looked like grainy stock footage to me, though. I don't know.
The one in the air is stock footage. The one in the trap and on the ground is they had a trained hawk.
Oh yeah, I remember that part. You know,
you can tell they're two different birds.
One thing I'm wondering about Walton's putting the B story as the title when it's not really the A story, because I think the A story is the new preacher. That's the A story to me.
Well, I think some of this was the term the hawk was kind of like symbolism for all the stories. There is a symbolism title.
I didn't see the new preachers being specifically hawkish.
Well, he's wild and can't be tamed, and he's had his eyes on. He set his eyes on Erin and set his talons in her. Not only that, everybody was watching, and everybody was watching him like a hawk.
I didn't see him that wild at all, really. But we'll get there.
Oh yeah, preacher playing poker isn't wild, huh? So anyhow, it's
maybe for a Baptist.
Nothing wrong with playing poker. Like, it's not like he's running down the street naked or something. Come on, girl.
That's because you haven't watched the next episode yet.
Well, how come that hasn't happened? Because we've been waiting for like weeks and weeks and weeks.
Well, sorry, someone that I grew up watching and admiring died. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but wasn't it a week before that we postponed it? We postponed this thing like 3 times now, have we not?
No, the week before that we were having all the technical issues. We are having all the technical issues.
Yeah. Okay. I could go back and check, but I won't.
So anyhow, they're yelling at the chicken hawk there, and she goes, "What's going on?" And she goes, "I'll tell you about later." Like she could just easily said chicken hawk and they'd understand. So, but John, here's one issue I had with this here. So John goes and grabs the shotgun here and tells everybody to get under there. But if this was like season 1 or 2, they would have brought out a few shotguns there. One for Jim Bob, one for Grandpa, and whoever got got it in sight was the one that shot the damn thing there. But he only brings out one shotgun, because I remember we've had, let's say, like when they had the Fox and all that, he grabbed a shotgun for him and a shotgun for John Boy.
Shotgun for a Fox is a different thing. It's You can take plenty of pot shots at the fox. You don't want to be shooting in the air randomly like that for the hawk.
Hey, but our beloved president there, Biden there, told us all you do is go out on your front porch and you fire 2 blasts off from your shotgun there in the air. Oh God, I can't believe I lasted that long without laughing.
Yeah, the bird's a lot easier to hit than the fox.
Yeah. So anyhow, John can't. He tells Elizabeth Galloway, and he can't get it. But him and Grandpa are gonna try to capture it. John says, "Yeah, but if he comes back after my chickens, I'm shooting the fucker." But anyhow, we got this here. They're asking about John, and they're talking about the Reverend Forward. He's a blind. They come in here.
I'd like to introduce Reverend Henry Buchanan.
Yeah, and look at the way Corbeth's looking at him. Yeah, you could just tell by the way she was acting that she's really hurting for a squirting.
Well, that's why she votes against him, because her panties got too wet in the scene, right?
Yeah. Yep.
She's thinking, "Oh my God, I'm so tempted. How will I ever tell Ike that I'm in a legal romance with a reverend? Oh my gosh!"
Yeah. Oh, she left that chair soaking fucking wet with a big old fucking wet spot on it.
Oh God. It's nice.
Well, good thing this was the 70s, or else they'd actually shown the wet spot.
You know, it's nice when you have girlfriends like that actually soak through their jeans, though. Like, goodness, baby. Anyway, enough of wet spots. Actually, wet spot. That'd be a great name for a disco band.
Oh shit. You know, I thought of that joke at about 8:30 this morning, and I've been laughing about it all fucking afternoon. I'm glad I finally got to say it.
I'm going to start laughing soon, too, if you don't stop, Gorilla. Come on.
Yeah. So anyhow, they're talking to Waltons, and here, Mister, he's like, he's talking about.
Well, I believe in plain speech.
Is there anything that you'd like to ask us?
Well, I understand there's some fine fishing up your way.
Oh, that got Louis hard. Oh, maybe if I could just get the Reverend to take John, go fishing with John, then John will start coming to fucking church and all that.
He's obviously a real rebel here when he wants to go fishing. Yeah, a real
Here,
rebel.
I got a better idea on how to get John to come to church than for the Reverend to go fishing with him. Just tell John that fucking new Reverend is smoking hot and all that, and John will come to the church just to keep an eye on him.
I think you're going to have a challenge getting John to go to church no matter what you do.
Oh, they've got him there a few times. Either that we could just do what they did with Reverend Fordwick there when they got John to go to church there when Reverend Fordwick got into the recipe. I
gotta say, I'm glad Fordwick's gone, because as much as I like the actor, I thought the character was getting kind of, and he did go do Three's Company at this point, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's why they replaced him.
Yeah, I liked the new Reverend though. I like the new Reverend in this episode. I thought, hey, this character could be actually pretty entertaining. Like, hopefully, if the writers don't screw it up, you know. Anyway, I think Olivia's working on a wet spot here too, Gorilla.
Yeah, but she got John's sock to keep her in line.
She's probably wearing the sock under her panties somewhere. That's probably why she's safe.
Yeah, and she's like, well, oh yeah, one line here that got me is like she was talking about we need religious guidance in our small village like ours or somewhat crap like that. Like, these are the squarest people you ever fucking find. They're not going to be that bad. They're bad off the beaten path on the minister. Yeah. So they vote for what? Yes, no, yeah, yes. There, they vote to have them on there. Blah blah blah. Corbett doesn't want him there. All right, can you cover chats here? I gotta go get my kid some water.
Okay.
You
want to read the chats there, Germ?
Well, we only got 2 of them, so.
Well, that's good.
I know Gorilla and PvP's favorite type of poker, strip poker. Well, Dan, they may enjoy it, but as far for the pretty girls, no volunteers for that.
Is that it?
The wet spot freezes up. They will have. Damn it, Dan. You're degenerating.
What do you say?
If the wet spot freezes up, they'll have a hard on.
I thought he was going to say they'd have a skating rink, but oh well.
Dan, you are somehow getting worse and worse at those.
I gotta say, Dan's comments don't make a hell of a lot of sense most of the time, but I still kind of, I find them amusing. Let's put it that way, even if they don't make any fucking sense.
All right, I'm back. So
you're back.
So they're trying. She's good. She's trying to talk John into saying that she like him, blah blah blah. And here's the thing: they wrote that this is kind of stupid how they were going about this here with the net there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a practical trap.
You think Walton's mountain folks would have a little more ineptitude at trapping a bird than putting the fucking net that high up?
Yeah, but anyhow, so they're gonna go and Jabba sets it out there, and I could see this coming from a mile away.
Yes, I know.
See, when the hawk comes down here to grab the chicken, pull those ropes over there and the net will fall on him.
Let's test it.
Yeah, I know, but you can see this coming from a mile away.
There she blows.
Right on top of him. But that didn't work out very well. So, here the Reverend says hello. He's talking about moving in. They told him where to find his stuff. He meets Erin. He takes a liking to Erin there.
I think it's mutual.
Yeah, you might be right on that. Just a little bit of interest on Erin's part.
Oh, she was giving him the smile,
Another wet spot. There you go.
Yeah, they're talking blah blah blah. Like if he'll fit in. Corbett says she won't fit in. Now here they say goodbye. He's and this is where they started here. For freaking, I don't know. I'm gonna talk about this later, but he's talking about they should give a sermon about the war and all that. He's starting to get the antsy for the war and all that. And then Grandpa says he didn't fall asleep there. Blah blah blah. And Miss Bremer says she's gonna bring him some chicken and dumplings, and Olivia invites him over for dinner. Blah blah blah.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I think Olivia is thinking the same thing Erin is.
Well, the thing is, why the hell do you ask the Reverend to do a war topic? Excuse me. The second week when he's at the church, like, isn't that a bit presumptuous of Ike to ask for that?
No, his job as a reverend is to pump up the spirits of the community.
Yeah, but still, he's a brand new reverend, and talking about the war is going to be controversial, and some people might not like it when he talks about war.
He's Baptist. Everyone around there is expected to be lockstep in support of it.
Yeah, but anyhow, this scene here, they had the girls singing up there. I still don't see the point of showing both of them in the bathtub that they had in there.
It's obviously for Democrats.
But, they're sitting there singing, and everyone asks him what she's going to have. She goes, maybe I'll have one of each, a boy and a girl. And he's like, first, she doesn't believe me. It's going to be, it's one, and it's going to be a boy. Like, I don't know how they could tell back then. They didn't have ultrasound.
They couldn't. It was surprised me after.
There's a lot of different theories at the time about how you can tell if it was going to be a boy or a girl. A lot of it on where the baby was sitting and the activity of the baby, none of which are actually true, but they had their theories.
Basically, back in the 30s, it was like surprised me after 9 months when it pops out of the womb.
Yeah,
pretty much.
So they're talking. Oh, I love this joke from Grandpa here.
Jason's been studying at the Kleinberg Conservatory. He's going to graduate soon.
Then he can work full time at the Dewdrop Inn. That is the sportiest place this side of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Grandpa.
You know that joke was meant for for Grandma being there, but it still works with freaking Olivia. But you could tell that joke and that wink was meant for Grandma.
No, I think it was aimed at Olivia in this episode, though. Totally.
Yeah, they didn't want to change Grandpa's humor, but at this point, they know that Grandma's not coming back.
Yeah, Grandma ain't gonna hear that, but Olivia sure did. Man, I bet she's fucking pissed off. But I like the Reverend's reaction here. Like he's like laughing, right? And he shows up with the Dewdrop to watch him play the piano.
Yeah,
later on, I believe.
Well, he has a good sense of humor. Now here we got this here.
First thing you know, there's going to be submarines right off Virginia Beach.
Not far from the truth.
I think I'm going to apply for that job of air raid warden.
Well, first of all, what the fuck do they got in their little area that they need a fucking air raid warden?
Well, it's
every county needed it.
Yeah, you never know.
But the way freaking Ike here keeps going on and on about the war, there, it reminds me of Lindsey Graham, and the whole time under the counter, all you're hearing is.
Well, I'll give you two. I'm going to give you two reasons right now, Gorilla, why Ike wants to be the air raid warden. One, he gets a couple of bucks every week. I'm guessing for doing that duty for an hour or two. Two, it gives him a real rational, positive excuse to get the fuck away from her when she's nagging and bitching at him. Okay.
Oh, now here I thought maybe the fucking just sitting there talking the prospects of war and all that. He's just sitting there jerking it like every time a little conflict spurs up around the world. Lindsey Graham starts jerking it.
Well, I'd rather be out doing air warden duty than listen to her bitch and moan about how tough her fucking life is.
No, Ike is. He wants to be prepared because he was in the war, same as John. That's where he learned to drive the motorcycle.
That's true.
And he's, after years and years of just being him, all of a sudden he has a wife and a kid. He's getting to the hyper responsible.
Well, he wants to be responsible, and Ike's tired of being a peddler at his store, a shopkeeper. He wants a little bit of excitement back in his life, I would think, at this point. Even if that's just like, being a warden, for the air raid shit. There's still a couple hours he probably feels like he's got a little bit of excitement in his life. By the way, were there ever submarines off the coast of the eastern U.S.? There probably were, right?
All right.
None that fired. They're suspected that they had spy missions for U-boats, but they're pretty much all the offensive capability was put into going after the Atlantic shipments.
The Atlantic, the Atlantic, I forget the name for it, but it was the God, what was it? The fuck. Sorry, I'm forgetting what the fuck I was going to say.
All right, so anyhow, she's sitting there bitching moaning. She wants to give me. She goes. She's mentioned that they didn't get invited to their. She's feeling a little. They're distant feeling. Well, she'll just invite Reverend over next Sunday and there because she's a upstanding member of the committee there. She's there to judge him. Well, isn't there a Bible verse there that says, "Thou shalt not judge unless I be judged to themselves"?
Well, I bet God's going to have to set aside an hour when he judges Cora Beth. It's like, well, let me think of. Okay, go down the list. Yeah, you did this, you did that, you did this. You spoke against this neighbor, that neighbor. You didn't give Ike all the loving he needed. I don't know, Cora Beth. You might not get through those pearly gates.
All right. So Reverend here invites John to go fishing there, and John he goes, "Here, how about you come to church? We'll go fishing there." Goes, "Oh, you come pick me up after church, and we'll go fishing." Blah blah blah. And I like how he didn't push it. John said no, he's not going to go to church, and he didn't push it.
That's why I like the new Reverend, because he's just, say what you want about him. He's just kind of going with the flow of the new town that he's working in. He's not trying to piss anybody off. He's not trying to rub the population the wrong way, even though some of them don't like him, like Cora Beth seems to have a issue with him. But I like the new Reverend. That's one of the things I really enjoyed about the episode. Anyway, I'll shut the fuck up now, and we can continue.
So anyhow, the hawk comes back, and it sees a glint off the thing there, and John's like, "Oh, you got it. It's seen the glint from the thing. You paint off." The grandpa takes a card, goes, "I was just thinking that myself." Blah blah. They play there, and they tell John to pull up a chair. They're playing poker and stuff, which is kind of funny. And John's like, "Well, this is our new mister here for the Baptist Church." And they're like, "Oh, Reverend, no, we give it all back at the end there, Mr. Minister, sir." I love that.
Yeah, this is a really good scene, actually, if we could see a bit of it.
And John, it's freezing. Yeah, it's frozen up on me here.
Because this is over at Clancy's house, if I remember correctly.
Yancey's, yeah. Yeah, we don't even get to see his wife. I thought, did he get married?
He's one of those perpetually engaged types.
Yeah, I don't remember a wife ever showing up, but I look at Pa's expression. He's like, "Oh, this is gold. This is gold."
Yeah, I got to refresh it. It froze up on me.
You can always go to Internet Archive, and they don't have any of this bullshit to deal with.
They don't have subtitles. It's by computer.
They did that one week when I recommended them.
It's not the source, it's his computer.
Okay. Are you still working with a laptop there, Gorilla?
No, I got
working with a squirrel on a freaking hamster wheel.
A squirrel on a well, that
Oh, the hamster wheel broke.
So you got a squirrel wheel now. That must be a bigger wheel. Because squirrels are bigger than hamsters.
So anyhow, it's like, how Livy's like, oh, you didn't get much fish. She goes, no, we kind of fell into a card game. And she's like, how disgusting. Or she's
disgusting. Shameful.
Shame on you. You're not going to get to use that special sock tonight.
But it's like that's another scene. I thought, hey, this Reverend's a cool guy. He is not above the members of the community. He's not looking down on Yancey Tucker. He's going to join in and get to know him. You know what the Reverend's mission is. While he's playing cards with Yancey, he's going to talk to him, get to know his interests. He's a smart guy. He's going to okay, I'm going to get this guy to church. I'm going to make him a parishioner eventually, and I bet he does.
Yeah. All right. So anyhow, this says, I know Gorilla and PvP's favorite type of poker, strip poker, with some sexy women with some assets to show off.
Yeah, we already went through those.
Yeah, Germ went through these.
Cynthia says maybe he's a war hawk. Yeah, he is. There was a cowboy escort war off of the East Coast to the German submarines. It was called the Second Happy Time.
Happy Time? What the fuck?
I don't know. Maybe it was Lindsey Graham's Happy Time there. As he's sitting there jerking and telling them to fire. And the squirrel is trying to fight his nuts.
Well, I know during World War II, off the coast of BC, the Japanese had a submarine. They actually fired and blew up one of our lighthouses on the coast. And that was as far as it ever went to. But they actually did attack a lighthouse.
Well, maybe that lighthouse shouldn't have looked at our boats.
I think the lighthouse is just doing its lighthouse shit, and the Japs decided to fucking blow it up. So that's all I know.
We've been hiding this from you for decades now. PvP, that wasn't the Japanese. We hated that lighthouse for years, and we just took the opportunity to take a pot shot at it.
So you're writing fiction now. Great. I hope you write some good fiction there, Germ.
Yeah. So, but anyhow, she's trying to sit there. This scene was sitting there talking about it. And he's talking about the war. He's trying to get him to do the war sermon. He's talking about the war, blah blah. She's trying to talk to him about the Bible, and finally he talks to him about he brings up something about the Europeans buying all the war goods and all that, and the tomatoes there. And he goes, yeah, it's really good for business. Tomatoes are like 37 cents a pound, and which I don't know what the. Yeah, well, then get up and grab it there. But anyhow, he's talking about tomatoes being 37 cents a pound, and he just gets disgusted. But he was happy that he was making money off the fucking war. But it's like, but what else do you expect? I'd be happy too.
Can't Walton's mountain folks grow fucking tomatoes in their backyards?
Yeah, but anyhow, you remember how they used to do the news stories before the movies there? But here, I want to pay attention to the way they were kind of reading it. Maybe. Oh. I never heard of the movie Sweethearts. Have you guys heard of it?
I've heard of Nelson Eddy and that crap, but that was never my cup of tea.
Okay.
Well, if you want to hear a guy singing "Goodbye, sweetheart," on and on, I'm boring. Good, if you want to listen to that shit for 90 minutes, that's probably the movie for you, girl.
But look at how the announcer here phrases this.
The guns of the tyrant Adolf Hitler's Greater Third Reich have been turned against Poland. Poland's heroic soldiers were outnumbered 10-1 and totally unprepared for the treacherous attack launched against them.
Bastards.
Poland's streets resound to the tramp of a mobster army. its government now a puppet to the Third Reich.
Puppet.
Now notice how they phrased it. That sounded a lot like Fox News there. Or they say tyrant, treacherous. They use terms like tyrant, treacherous, mobster army, stuff like that. Puppet.
I think that probably was an actual trailer from the theaters back in the 30s, Gorilla. They did do trailers that they did do shit like that back then.
Yeah, but I was just saying that it's not new to the news and all that. Instead of just giving you the damn news to actually spin it.
No, they weren't. They were not spinning it in a sense. They just were going about. They were going the hard line about the bullshit going on in Europe, and
yeah,
what are you gonna say? Oh, well, Hitler's bad. He invaded all these countries and killed all these people.
Well, you're using terms like tyrant.
But there's some nice qualities about him. He likes to play checkers. What are you gonna fucking say?
No. The way they could have said it that they're sitting there calling him a tyrant, treacherous, and all that. I'm just saying the way they spin it. Now they're doing it for entertainment here, but what if they're actually a non-biased news source and we're supposed to be neutral? They will have said Germany. Can I finish uninterrupted?
No,
I'll let you go
really.
on. Yeah. But anyhow, they're supposed to be the neutral arbiters of neutral news.
No. Are you kidding? Do you think 30s?
That whole fair and balanced shit didn't come by until the 70s.
Fuck, man. Seriously, girl, in the 30s. Okay.
I was trying to explain my point, but it kept getting interrupted.
No.
Let's keep going on.
Okay. I was born like 15 years after the war or whatever. I remember a lot of shit. My parents told me shit. My neighbors told me shit. Back in 1935 or whenever this is, they weren't going to be balanced. They were just going to. If you went to a movie, you would get like a 5-minute short of news clips like this, and they would be extremely biased, and they would be extremely pushing the narrative of this Batman is bad, blah, 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 bad man, bad. You would get, that was what you would get back then, Gorilla. It was just, that was the way it was in the 1930s, my friend. That's just the way it was.
All right, but anyhow, it's in there. They're talking about the blah, blah, blah. And then she heard about his record elections here, and they're sitting here dancing and all that. Then we get this cut to Corbett, and I did not need to see this, especially after eating lunch. But anyhow, they got Corbett in here, and she's dreaming. She's trying to make herself sexy and blah blah blah. And here we got Miss Broomer coming by, and she's sitting there watching them. Where the hell did it go? She sat there and noticed some dancing in the window. Maybe if I.
Well, this is where the small town comes into the episode.
Yeah.
Because if I saw people in the window dancing, I would just go knock on the door and give them the goddamn food. I wouldn't fucking assume they were doing.
Yeah, but
nasty.
she backs off and all that, and then she's going to go around gossiping about it. It's like,
oh gosh,
here they're starting to gossip. Goes, I saw the Reverend dancing there. Then Olivia comes in, and and she goes, she was going to drop off the chicken and dumplings. She saw the Reverend there dancing with Erin. God, they're acting like Miss Broomer caught him bending Erin over the freaking table there in front of the window.
Well, the thing is, girl, give them another week with the gossip, and it will be about him bending her over the table. That's general gossip grows and grows and mutates and mutates and grows and gets even nastier than it should be.
Yeah. So anyhow,
Not a lot of experience as Baptist, do you?
No, I'm not a Baptist.
The Reverend dancing, he might as well have been bending Erin over a barrel.
Okay, well, whatever. I don't want to get into religious politics.
Yeah, but so anyhow, blah blah blah. They're talking about it. So they're starting to change their mind, blah blah blah. And she's like, "We trust the Reverend." Olivia tells me they trust Erin and Olivia. And apparently, they had to be. They didn't got Flossie or Flossie here, but Erin walks in on her gossiping and that like. The way she yelled at Erin about punctuality, she should know it's close to the time Erin gets there. So maybe she shouldn't be fucking gossiping about Erin when it's that close to the damn shift.
I actually kind of think Erin's boss is she's an asshole, really. She has a double standard. She treats Erin one way, and boy, she treats her own self a totally different way. Because she can get on that microphone and gossip and bullshit and Erin. You think Erin would get away with that crap for fucking 10 minutes? Fuck no.
Well, she can get away with it if no one's calling in.
Still, I don't think Erin would even do that.
Yeah, but anyhow, she yelled at Erin for not knocking, and she wants her to start knocking now.
Fuck me.
Wait,
Erin needs a better job.
Well, she already has.
Don't worry, the war's coming. They're gonna need plenty of help.
I think maybe she's gonna hook up with the Reverend and she can tell this bitch to go fuck herself in a couple more episodes. This bitch is annoying as fuck anyway.
Advise, dear girl, that you use a little discretion. A word to the wise is usually sufficient.
Oh God, what a hypocrite! Jesus.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hypocrite.
Well, not really.
That's terrific.
Okay, I'll say Two-Faced. Is that better? I like the Reverend. The Reverend is cool because he shows up to listen to Jason play the piano.
Olivia?
Never have before.
We're going backwards or something, aren't we?
No, I screwed up.
A word to...
I pressed the wrong button here.
Number, please. No, Miss Fanny just left, but this is Erin Walton if you'd like to talk about me and the new minister.
I love that.
That was good. I like it. She gives it a little shot there, and then they hang up in her ear. Yeah, good for you, Erin. Good for
I love that. I loved that. I laughed with it.
I like that scene too. You can say what you want about Erin, but some of the younger characters are starting to grow into interesting characters by season 6. And we used to always hate Mary Ellen, but Erin is actually starting to get reasonably interesting. And I hope this will continue through this season. Anyway, back to the Reverend.
So anyhow, he's coming there listening to Jason there, and she asked him, "You're not going to give us no damn sermon?" That which that was a callback to when Reverend Fordwick and what was that traveling minister there, Germ, that came in and pretty much drove all their business out of the dude out there.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, but they had some kind of fire and brimstone vodka preacher there come in and pretty much shut down the bar there. And she goes, "You're not going to get a sermon there." But he's sitting there drinking soda listening to Jason play. There's the hawk again. And they go and they pull the thing that caught him. And Jim Bob wants to stay. Grandpa wants to take him up to the ridge, blah, blah, blah. Erin here is practicing her shorthand. They're going to go with him over to the thing there. And so she comes over. So Corbett's coming over to show him these new choir robes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out he's working out, so he's all hot, sweaty, all the pheromones. It's getting her all hot and bothered there. That she left a pond on the middle of his living room floor there. So anyhow, they talk about he approves of them. Then she's talking about how she's got the hots for him and all that other shit. Blah blah blah. Jason and Erin show up and blah blah blah. It's just one drama thing, and they see they're talking about something about the Bible and all that blah blah blah. This scene was kind of a boring scene. It was like one of those you can see it coming a mile away. So they sit in front of the damn window, and Jason and Erin show up, and I gotta wait for this to catch up. So might as well catch up on the chats. The only place Baptists don't recognize each other, the liquor store. And I just came to hear people talking about Baptists, and that's a joke I had heard. Oh, we were saying all kinds of stuff here.
Yeah, you can run down Baptist for pretty much anything.
She left a pond on the floor. Oh, you're gonna have to rewind the stream there. We're talking about how Corbin's got the hots for the preacher there, and she soaked through into the chair and left him. She soaked through the fucking chair earlier. Yeah, you'll just have to re-listen to the stream. I'll probably clip that out. I'll probably clip it for a short.
If you go back 30 or 40 minutes, we talked about a lot of wet spots.
Yeah, so anyhow, they spot them.
That means.
Yeah.
Wet
this
spot.
Is a fuck you. Yeah,
actually,
this is a fuck you face if I ever heard one.
We need a wet spot
This
song.
is a fuck. This is a fuck you look if I ever seen one. She's telling the Reverend to fuck off, so she sit there crying and stupid, but blah blah. Stupid girl drama bullshit.
Stupid
blah blah
girl.
blah.
There's a song actually called "Stupid Girl." Fuck. By Garbage, the band.
All right, so anyhow,
actually not a bad song.
FTR's on.
Of this war.
Oh.
Now Paul Hawk keeps trying to break out of his cage.
Shh, listen to FDR.
Where'd you go? Like you went back like half an hour, man.
No, I did not. This
Well,
is FDR, not Chamberlain.
States will keep out of this war. I believe that it will. And I give you assurance and reassurance that every effort of your government will be directed toward that end. As long as it remains
literally
within...
every move he made to try to start the war.
Yeah, I know. I was just about to say that. I was going to wait for it to finish there. But we did everything, especially cutting off our oil shipments to Japan. When the government assures you that they're going to do everything to keep out of the war, it means that they're doing everything they can to provoke them to attack us.
Don't forget that the United States was manufacturing arms and weapons and shipping them north across the Canadian border.
No, it's a Lend-Lease agreement only. We didn't offer that to Germany or Japan.
They shipped a lot of arms up here to the north, and we would send those over to England because we joined the war. I think 4 days after the fucking declaration.
Well, I thought you were automatically rolled into the war.
No. The British Empire, even then, had some diplomatic. We weren't automatically locked in. I think Australia, New Zealand, Canada, it varied on the number of days, but it was not very many days. And we joined quite quickly. Yeah. But once we joined, you guys were building you're building munitions, weapons, shipping them north of the border, because you could do that by staying out of the war technically, and we were taking all that shit and sending it across the Atlantic. God, it was the Atlantic, not the Atlantic Mission. What it was? God, there's a name for it, but anyway,
Lend lease agreement.
No, there was Atlantic something, but anyway, a lot of cargo ships were protected not only by our ships. They might have probably been protected by British ships and Australian ships too. And we landed a lot of arms over in the United Kingdom. Before those couple years before D-Day, we built a lot of fucking armaments up with our British compatriots back then.
Yeah. So anyhow,
in my power to prevent there will be no blackout of peace in the United States.
We've heard all this before, Grandpa.
I know. It is reassuring to hear it again.
Yeah. If I heard the government give that exact same speech, I'd be fucking gearing up for a fucking war.
If I heard the government, well, I hear them giving that same kind of speech today, and it's every week, and I'm like, oh God, here we go again.
Yeah. And here she's talking about her grandpa, and I don't want to listen to this, but she's basically whining how she doesn't feel loved with Dykins. She wants to talk about tomatoes, blah, blah, blah. She wants to talk Bible, blah, blah, blah. It's...
Hey, guys, would Cora Beth be your least favorite character in this fucking show?
She already is.
I just had to ask. I think she's ridiculously bad.
Yeah. Yeah, she's so ashamed of herself. I got the air raid warden job. So basically, he's embezzling a couple bucks out of the government for a useless job because they do not need an air raid person in that county.
Well, they do have resources.
If
to bomb the lumber.
If I can make $5 and get a couple hours away from that bitch, I give him a thumbs up. Go for it. Get away from that fucking cow.
So anyhow, they set the hawk free, blah, blah, blah. They're talking about how it belongs. It's wild and free, blah, blah, blah.
Wild and free.
There we find out that the Reverend resigns and all that. So John has to go kick him in the nuts and tell him to give one last thing there. And he talks about how he's talking about the scandal and how everybody gossips pretty much blah, 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 blah. They want to keep him. But I think he leave. Let's see. Did he leave?
Well, no, he doesn't leave if we can see the rest of the fucking episode.
So anyhow, I'll off to our epilogue here. So
we don't get the final church scene, or he's telling everybody off.
We don't need it.
Well, that last scene was great, man.
Yeah. So anyhow, our epilogue is Hank Bushman was to remain our minister for a good many years to come. And while he remained, in Corbett Gottsy's words, a most unorthodox young man, he was a good man and a godly man. The Hawk returned on the day we heard over the radio that Russian bomber and strafing planes had hit Poland from the east. The world would never again be the same. Alrighty, so let's see, any extra shit goes. Oh, good Lord, LOL. We did owe it to the Japanese that literally fueled their rampage across Asia. Yeah, PPE single-handedly took out a German battalion back in World War II. Says Kirby.
Quiet, Lemon. Quiet. I don't like to brag, and nobody needs to know about that, Lemon.
Well, what's Kirby's neglecting to mention is that PvP strode into a bar there. They didn't have his favorite eggnog, so he just fucking unpinned a couple grenades there, and it just happened to be full of German soldiers.
Okay, the truth was I broke through enemy lines. I walked into a bar filled with Nazis, and I said, "Could I have a glass of eggnog and rum?" And he said, "Oh Kong, you're the enemy." And I was like, "Oh fuck, here we go." So I grabbed my machine gun and mowed all the fuckers down in the bar, and that's all I have to say.
Yeah. But when PvP poured eggnog on the German prisoners, they had to make they had to make the Geneva Convention. Hey, scurvy, it's not a war crime the first time.
Yeah, Germans have no common sense, and they don't know how good eggnog is. So fuck them.
It's not a war crime the first time. So anyhow, so PvP, how would you rate this episode?
I liked it. I remember like weeks ago, like in my past lifetime, I was going to give this one somewhere in the A level. I like the new Reverend. I think he's a good replacement for Fordwick. And if the writers don't screw up his character, I think he's got potential. And I think him and Erin, come on, they're gonna give him like 5-6 episodes. They're gonna be hook up. I see marriage this season between the two of them because that's the way it generally works on the Waltons. I like it. I would give this one an A-. I enjoyed it. I didn't see anything wrong. I thought the Hawk was a B story, but that didn't even bug me that much. I mean, it was not that bad a deal. I'm going to give it an A-. I liked it. I liked the new character. I like the Reverend. It's like, yeah, I enjoy. I watched it all the way through, and if I can watch an episode without it pissing me off in any way, I'm going to give that a good rating. So that's my rating.
All right, thank you, Germ. What do you got?
I really wasn't a fan of this episode. It helps if you think of this show now as a spin-off series to the actual Waltons show. But I'm not a fan of the new minister. He's not a Baptist. He's a damn Presbyterian. I'll tell you that now. He's acting like a damn Presbyterian. He is not Baptist at all. So that doesn't fit. The Hawk storyline was completely pointless. We all know where the stuff is going with the war story, so they just need to get that over with. It's completely dull. It's probably why the series should have ended already. So I have to give this one a D.
I don't know. I like this one here. I like how they're building up to the war there. I like the representation of the Hawk. Different phrases there. The minister wasn't too damn bad. It's interesting. I'm still gonna miss Reverend Fordwick there. The Hawk scene was got the Hawk part was just boring and all that. I'm gonna give this one a B. But make sure I check out CT's live stream after this here. And hi, Dan. No, polar rating. Yeah, I forgot to do that. I was gonna rate it just here to hear retarded shit from a gorilla. How about put that in the poll next time?
So we're kind of all over the map with this one.
Yeah,
which is
the
good.
reason the war stuff got raised it for me. That the minister wasn't too bad there. I kind of enjoyed it. The Hawk thing was just kind of stupid. That's what drug that rating down.
The Hawk thing was, once again, it was a pointless B story for me.
Yeah.
The reason I rated it is because I really liked the minister, but obviously some people did not. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
All right, but anyhow, I do gotta get going. I have to run to the store real quick. PvP, what do you got going on?
Nothing much, but hey, I would appreciate it if you would check your Facebook page because I posted something in there like a day ago. I don't know if it's still current, but it might be. And you should probably contact that person because they may need for you to get in touch with them. I'm not gonna...
he'd have a better job talking with Tony because Tony actually does those kind of streams there, and he like every time I do one of those streams there, we never managed to make it anything for the person. So
okay, I just wanted to mention it because
yeah,
it's like 21 hours and you hadn't even fucking looked at it.
Well, I've had a busy couple days.
No, I just want to mention. I just wanted to say, take a look if you haven't.
All right, Jerm, what do you got going on?
Enterprise tomorrow. We'll try Monarch on Sunday, and then we'll have a Godzilla movie on Monday.
Alrighty. Gorilla has to pick up a raspberry lemonade energy blast or something like that. Yeah, maybe if I see something I like there. But as for me, Sunday, I'm not sure what we'll be doing yet there because everybody seems to have petered out from the watch parties. I kind of want to go away from the watch parties.
Please,
we'll have
no more lemonade stickers, please. God, no, please.
All right, and Tuesday we'll have the Silverback Lounge. Thursday, Silverback Lounge, and next Friday we'll have the Waltons episode, called "The Stray." So we'll have the Stray on there. So is
if you're not doing lemony stickers, you want any of us to give you movie suggestions?
I'll figure something out. But anyhow, with that, everyone have a good night, and just remember.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.